G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. Spawning in over on the west side of the map, we've got Running playing as the Blue Abbasid Dynasty. On the opposite side of the map, spawning in the north side, we have got Leenock, who is playing as the Delhi Sultanate in the color red. That is correct, we have got Leenock's infamous Delhi. Now, you guys might know, I might be joking about that, Leenock's infamous Delhi. So, Leenock's Delhi in the grand final of N4C wasn't particularly successful. Leenock played Delhi up against Beastie Cutie's English on Altai, and, well, let's just put it this way. Beastie Cutie probably should have had about 1% chance to win that game. Well, he won. He did win. And Leenock was, Leenock was a little bit disheartened from that experience because it was, at the time, the Delhi Sultanate was considered the best civ. It's still considered the best civ in my opinion on a map like this, which is Lipany. So an incredibly good map for berry civs, which is why we've got double berry civs coming out here. But not only losing to Beastie Cutie's English, but it's also considered to be the worst civ. So very, very sort of demoralizing there for Leenock. So Leenock has been offline. When I say offline, I mean, he's been back at home in Korea. He's been practicing up a whole bunch of Delhi, and now Leenock is putting his infamous Delhi to the test. Is he going to be able to achieve what he was unable to achieve back at N4C? Let's find out, because this is game number 2 of Golden League. We're in the 5th round of the losers bracket. So that is what we're in right now. Leenock is down 1-0. That is correct. Running has won the first game, so if you didn't catch it, apologies for the spoiler. It'll be the game that was immediately before this one. So if you want to go back and watch it, feel free to. But I mean, you know the outcome now, so you probably don't want to go back and watch it. That's okay. I'll forgive you. But let's take a look at what Running is up to. House of Wisdom going to be going down. Beautiful base building coming in from Running here at this point in time. Putting the landmark in front of his town center. Not opting for behind, a mistake that we've already seen once in this series. Potentially, we do see it happening again. Who knows? But Economic Wing now going to be coming through here for Running. Beautiful timing on that. Look how early this is going to be up. He's going to be up at like 3 minutes 40 or something ridiculous. So very well played to him on the build order. Now going to be transitioning over to a straggler tree. 5 villagers on that one. Going to be gathering that up. At the same time, you can see he's gathering up the sheep around the back of his base. Still got about 7 sheep under his town center. So he's doing pretty well. Obviously, open up with the berries here. But we'll check in with Leenock. Leenock almost got that wheelbarrow through now. Obviously got his efficient production. Now going to be looking to get piety. Now keep in mind there are house rules that are played with in this tournament. So house rules are rules that aren't they don't exist on the ladder, but when the tournament happens, they do exist. And so those rules are that you can play Delhi, it's just that you can't research herbal medicine. At least, no, I don't. In fact, I don't even think you can get herbal medicine at all. I was going to say until the Castle Age, but I think that's what the devs are doing. The devs are shifting it from the Feudal Age to the Castle Age. So we'll see exactly how he looks to play it, but I suspect he's probably not going to be getting the herbal medicine. But now, he is obviously on the way up. Dome of the Faith is dropped down 4 villagers on that bad boy. He's going to be working towards that Feudal Age timing. Probably going to be dropping down a double blacksmith. We'll see how he looks to play it. But at the same time, Running has got the potential to hold. So there's essentially a window for Delhi that lasts from about I would say from about the 10-minute mark until the 17-minute mark, maybe a bit later, maybe 18, maybe 19 minutes, depending on how successful they are with relics. And typically, you would say that they are successful. So, what is the Abbasid Dynasty's game plan? Abbasid Dynasty's game plan is get to Age 2, drop down a second town center. Normally you don't need to go for a 3rd town center in this matchup. It's probably a bit too greedy. But I would expect that Running is going to be going for camel archers and horsemen and trying to look and try and stay mobile against his enemy. So you can see that the sacred sites have spawned all relatively close together. So mobility is probably not going to be that important to him in this situation. At the same time, there's a lot of choke points on this map. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see some walls coming out. Even though we know Leenock doesn't like to wall, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see it on his Delhi. But now Stable going to be coming down for Running. Leenock reaching the Feudal Age, going to be dropping down a barracks immediately upon age up. I guess he didn't get the memo that you can drop the barracks on the way up. You can see he's got 130 wood in the bank, so he's obviously just spotted out the stable of his enemy here. So definitely going to be vindicated in that in that option or in that choice to go for the barracks coming out now. But yeah, smart move from him. He's going to continue scouting out. Obviously knows that there's only a horseman that can be made there. So going for the spears is a direct counter to that. So very smart there from Leenock. But at the same time, obviously running is going to know that, well, he spotted out my stable. So he's probably going to be going for a barracks. He scouts out that barracks. Oh, he's got to be careful. All right, it was heading on a beeline towards that town center, but obviously knows that barracks is coming out, and so subsequently he is going to respond with an archery range, one would assume. And that's exactly what we've got. So we'll look to see how he plays it, whether he goes into camel archers, whether he just goes into normal archers. But I would expect opening in with horsemen that it is going to be the camel archer and going for the mobility composition. But now stable going to be coming out from Leenock. So Leenock obviously knowing that an archery range is going to come out. So it's just, you know, players are very on the nose, I don't know exactly what the term is, but like they're just so... They're so close to it. They just know exactly what is up. First blacksmith coming down. Second blacksmith getting dropped as well. Leenock continuing to train up those scholars at a reduced price from that Dome of the Faith. And now continuing to scout out his enemy. Still doesn't actually see that raid coming through. We'll take a look at the perspective from his enemy. And see whether he's going for a raid. I can't see any units on the map. Actually, he's just sitting on the sacred site at the moment. So just going to be camping up the sacred site a little bit early to the sacred sites. Normally, you could expect the deli wouldn't be at the sacred sites until about 7 minutes 30 is normally when that comes in. You can see there, 1:34. So yeah, probably looking about 7:50 at the moment for Leenock. A little bit late on the age up, but that's pretty normal. I would say it's not even late anymore. That's about standard timing. Camel Archer now going to be coming through for running as well. So Leenock definitely going to be up against a tough composition. I don't know about you guys. On the ladder, I've had a difficult time up against that composition. So we'll see how Leenock plays it and what his game plan is. So just to talk a little bit about how he's going to be playing it. So you can see all of the upgrades coming through for Leenock. He's doing the right thing. So he's going to have all of his tier 1 upgrades coming through, wheelbarrow, all that good stuff. But then from there, he's going to be looking to capture the sacred sites. Ideally, he wants to capture at least 2. If he can get 2, he's going to be a happy camper. If he can get all 3, he's going to be in a game-winning position. And then from there, he's going to look to get to the castle age very quickly, try and rush it, and then use those scholars that are out on the map to grab the relics and then take them back to his base. And ideally, he would look to take control of all 5 relics, normally before like the 13 or 14 minute mark would be a good timing. But interestingly, have a look at all the relics, the way that they've spawned it. They're all very close proximity to our Abbasid dynasty player here. But now we see a little bit of a push coming out from Leenock. Leenock, obviously, plenty of horsemen out in this position, but at the same time, bit of a mass starting to build up from running as well. Do we see that second town center out just yet? No second town center out yet from running. Very, very curious. Normally, you would expect to see that, but it looks like he's going to be going quite heavy on the defending or the defending of these sacred sites. So a smart move from him. And now we see those scholars beginning to move out. Now keep in mind, these guys do not have herbal medicine. Okay, it is illegal. It is I don't know. We're just not allowing. It's not being allowed in this tournament. You're not allowed to have herbal medicine. But now you can see running, sort of jostling, posturing at this point in time. A couple of spears out. These guys are hardened, so going to need another camel archer. There's that camel archer coming out. Going to actually be able to one-shot these spears. You can see they actually do 30 damage a pop now. And now looking to come out here, you can see the camel archer is actually racing around. Takes out the first spear. Second spear gets taken out. Third spear going to get taken out. Fourth spear going to be coming down. Looks like the camels have gone down, so he doesn't actually have all of his camels up. But keep in mind, the longer he is trading with these archers, he's actually going to be doing very well. But now actually loses all of the units. So great job by Leenock there to focus down those camel archers. Really, really decent job. And now a camel archer going to be coming out in response here. Let's see if he turns around and looks to fight. From this position, you can see that the Delhi scholars are slowly but steadily healing up the units here. Now sacred sites being captured up towards this position. Villagers move forward. Going to be able to take out this scholar on the sacred site. Scholar going to be running away, but at the same time, it's got a wolf. He's going to leave him with the wolves. What an absolute... Wow, what a game up we are witnessing right now. He leaves him to die with the wolves. Oh, absolutely terrible damage. Now running, you're going to be looking to contest this sacred site in the center. At the same time, the third sacred site down to the bottom is getting taken as well. He needs to move down here, ideally with horsemen only. You can see that these guys are all grouped up together, so they're running at 1.62 movement speed. If he doesn't get here in time, this sacred site does get captured over, and all that gold's going to tick. And you can see right now, oh my god, the sacred site is... Oh god, why you gotta call it so close like that running? Jeez, that was scary, mate. It was so damn close to you having to do that. And you guys might be like, oh, Petrongo, he would have stayed there and he would have neutralized it. Yeah, but it's about that gold, that tempo that's gained, you know, because just by capturing that sacred site there and then the subsequent neutralization, you're talking about, you know, 150 gold. And so it just buys you tempo. It buys you resources. So it was a very close call. But now we can see Leenock beginning to push through the center of the map. We'll have a look at the base of Leenock and see what his production's looking like. Hasn't really changed too much. Just going full spears, full horsemen at this point in time. And now going to be able to find these villagers out on the berry bushes here. He's going to continue pushing in on this position. A couple of his dudes out here. A couple of the scholars out here on this position. They're going to begin sieging down this outpost. 5 villagers going to get lost here for running. So a little bit of a mistake not going into the arrow slits and then just sending these villagers back home. But now, beginning to come up. All those villagers going to get eaten alive. Poor running. He's not looking like he's in a good position. But now, slowly but steadily, you can see that Leenock is gathering up more and more resources. The fight about to begin unfolding will enter into the cinematic view because Leenock is looking to try and take out all of these camel archers. You can see them on the back line. He's running around. The beautiful micro coming out from Leenock gets the horsemen down on top of these camel archers. And you can see the way that he's forcing them to all squirm and fight out. And you can see the horsemen just chasing them away, having such a decent time. And now Leenock actually looking to really take control. He's got a huge amount of forces, but at the same time, a cleanup coming in from aisle 3. Running is definitely looking strong, but now a little bit of a kickback coming in on the other way. Just when you thought the tides had turned, the tables turned instead. And now it looks like we've got ourselves a little bit of an overinvestment, an overextension coming out. And good game gets called right as we tap back in to the normal UI. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game number 2 between these two guys. The deciding game is going to be the next one up. This has been Golden League. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.